Welcome to Divorce After 50, the podcast that is all about navigating life's second act with courage, confidence, and a touch of sparkle. I'm your host, Sherry Frazier, and whether you're newly divorced or further down the road, I want you to know you're not alone. Today's episode is all about confidence because, let's be honest, after a divorce, especially later in life, it can be hard to feel like yourself again. And sometimes a little lipstick and a lot of encouragement can go a long way. That's why I am thrilled to welcome my guest today, Michelle Kelly, an empowering woman and a successful entrepreneur with Mary Kay Cosmetics. She's here to talk about how a fresh look can boost your self-esteem and how a new career might be just around the corner. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Sherry. I'm so happy to be here. This topic is close to my heart because I've seen firsthand how beauty, confidence, and community can transform lives.
You've worked with so many women, many of them navigating major life changes. Why do you think self-esteem takes such a hit after divorce?
When you've been in a long-term relationship, especially one where your identity was wrapped up in being a wife, a caregiver, a homemaker, it's easy to lose sight of you. And then after divorce, you're grieving, you're rebuilding, and sometimes you're looking in the mirror wondering, who am I right now? And that's where a little makeover can work magic. It's not about vanity. It's about rediscovering your sense of self, your beauty, and your strengths.
So let's talk about the fun part, the makeover. How does changing your look impact your confidence?
Well, it's amazing, really. I always say when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. And sometimes a swipe of mascara or finding the perfect foundation shade can just spark something in a woman. A reminder that she's still vibrant, she's valuable, she's still her. And it's not about changing who you are. It's about amplifying who you are. A fresh look can be symbolic, like saying, this is the new me. I'm stepping into something new.
And what do you say to women who never wear makeup?
Well, anytime that you start something new, Sherry, there is that sense of, oh, where do I start? And there's that lack of confidence. And so I just say, you know what? Just give it a try. I'm here. That's the great thing about having me as a consultant is I'm here to guide you along the way. And anytime we try something new, think about anything else that you've tried new. There was always that fear, that hesitancy. And then once you start doing it, you're like, okay, I've got this. I can do it.
So tell me how you set up a makeover.
Well, it's very simple. One of the things that I do is I ask women, I just say, what would you prefer to do? And I know Mary Kay has that history of going into people's homes. But what I found is a lot of women, Sherry, they want to leave all that behind. They don't want to feel like that they have to clean their house. They have to, worry about, kids in the background or doing laundry. And so they could just leave their home and step away. And so one of the great things is I have a studio. And so people can come to the studio or we can even meet someplace else and just have a get together and just so that you could step out of things for a bit and then just focus on being you, where I sit down and we talk about, problems and solutions. It's like, if I had this magic wand, how would you want your skin to look differently? Are there some spots that you're like, oh, this drives me crazy? And then it's like, oh, I've always wanted to try this color of lipstick. And so there is that safety of just trying things. And it can be just one-on-one, just the two of us. Or if you want to invite some friends, because, we love being with our girlfriends. And if there's people that you feel more comfortable being with that aren't judgmental, and that they also would like to try some new things, then, we get together with those people. It's totally whatever you want to do.
That's really one of the things that I always enjoyed was having the makeover parties and getting together with my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, though, you can benefit from having those parties by getting some property discounts or free products. And
right.
That's an incentive, too, especially if there's particular things that you like to use.
Right.
So I always enjoyed that too.
I just like giving that flexibility. It's like there isn't just one thing that fits everybody because some people do like to entertain in their homes and some people, want to be one-on-one. And some people, like you said, to earn free products. And so I just say it's about you. It's not about me. So what works best for you? And that's what we'll do.
That's great. You're flexible. Do you do the before and after pictures?
Well, I feel like that women can be so critical of themselves. And so I let that just be their decision. I want them to see the difference for themselves. I let them know that those pictures aren't for me, it's for them. And then especially like for them to do the pictures with their skincare. because Mary Kay is mainly about skincare. So women could have makeup optional skin, and that they don't, like I said, have to worry about maybe that one age spot or that wrinkle that, they feel like they have to use a lot of product to cover it up. So the skincare is going to help so that they don't have to use so much makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like for them to do before pictures and then transitional pictures of a week later, 2 weeks later, because what I found is when we're together and a mirror's in front of them, women become so critical and they focus on what's wrong versus what's right. And pictures, like they say, speak 1,000 words, right? So when you look at a picture of yourself, you see those subtle changes like, oh, that age spot isn't as dark as it used to be. And then for them to be able to see, like if they add color, because it could look different. If you've ever colored your hair differently, you look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, I'm not sure about that. But then as time passes on, you're like, oh, okay, I like that. So the same thing could be that you try red lipstick for the first time. And so, and then what I found is if a woman takes a picture of herself, she'll go back and she'll look at that. And so I want it to be that it's for her, not for anybody else, not for posting on Facebook or anything like that. So I do encourage pictures. Yes.
All right. So now this is where things get exciting because for some women, it's not just about makeup. It's about meaningful work. Tell us how Mary Kay offers more than just products, but also purpose.
Absolutely. Because, Mary Kay was built on empowering women, especially women looking for flexibility, independence, and connection. And a lot of women over 50 think, I'm too old to start something new. And I say, nonsense. This is a perfect time. You've got wisdom, life experience, and a story to tell. And Mary Kay gives you the tools, the training, and the community to build a business at your pace. Some start to earn extra income, others grow full-blown careers, but almost all say they gained confidence, connection, and a sense of purpose.
I love that. Do you have any stories of women who started with Mary Kay after a divorce or later in life?
Oh, yeah, so many. One woman I worked with, she was 58, newly divorced, and said, Michelle, I don't know if I can do this. I've never sold anything in my life. 6 months later, she built a client base, hosted her own events, and told me, I feel seen again. And that's just the heart of it. She didn't just find lipstick, she found herself again. And then, Sherry, I'm reminded of a lady who had some small children and her husband just one day just left. And so she had very little income. And she knew that she was going to be put in a situation with a lower income environment, not have the opportunities for her children. And she knew that it would not be a good situation. And Mary Kay gave her that opportunity to earn what she worked for. It wasn't based on her last name. It wasn't based on a credit score. It wasn't based on anything, her education, nothing prior. It was her work ethic. And she was able to purchase her own home, put her children in schools that were great for them. And that changed the whole trajectory of her family just by her making that decision. Because when you make a decision for yourself, it is going to ripple down and it changes your family. And that's what I love about empowering women, because it's just like, when we're on an airplane and they say, put the oxygen mask on you first so that you can take care of your children. So many times we put our kids before us, but really we do things for ourselves because they empower and change the lives of our children.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, very encouraging. So for the woman listening right now, maybe she's in sweats, her hair's in a bun, and she's wondering if she'll ever feel beautiful or excited about the future again. What would you say to her?
I'd say you're still worthy of beauty. You are capable of success, and you're absolutely not too late for joy, for confidence, or for a fresh start. Start small, like with anything else we do, and try a new lipstick shade. Take a risk and say yes to something just for you. That one yes can be the spark that lights everything else up for you.
Michelle, thank you so much for your heart, your insight, and your energy. Where can listeners connect with you if they want to learn about a makeover or a Mary Kay career opportunity?
Well, I know there will be information at the end of the podcast if you want to reach out to me through my website, but you can also contact me at my phone number. It's 859-707-6387. You can call, you can text, and then I'd just be happy to just start that relationship with you of just finding out what's best for you. because it's not just a one size fits all. And so I would find out what your goals are, and we would start small. And then I'm here to just cheer you on and to encourage you so that, success is built one little step at a time, right? And so that's what we will do together.
This is just wonderful. And to our listeners, maybe today is the day you stop surviving and start thriving. Whether it's a new look, a new business, or just a new belief in yourself, you've got this. Until next time, I'm Sherry Frazier, and this is Divorce After 50. Stay strong, stay beautiful, and keep moving forward.